This has been one of the most anticipated Transformers for the year for me for one very specific reason. Gears was the last Season 1 Autobot I've never had a figure for, which means I am now cast complete for the first season, and that feels pretty cool. From Transformers Legacy United, this is Gears. If you don't know who Gears is, he's basically like the Grump of the original Autobots, only he never really got his own episode aside from changing gears, which, by the way, if you have a Grump character, don't have his spotlight episode be him stop being a Grump, especially if he's never spoken before, because then we don't know how this guy's supposed to act normally. That's just a little bit of writing advice from Ron Bond to John. But hey, the box looks great. You see the robot here, truck mode here, picture of him on the side, here on the back, and then here on the side we just have the big toy line art. Here's a big thing I need to say right now. You see his chest panel. Well, in box, he doesn't have his chest panel. I freaked out because I had not seen Gears around and I honestly thought that someone had swiped it. No, the chest panel is packed inside the box. Just be aware of that. If you see Gears and he doesn't have his chest panel, you probably still have the complete figure. It's just packaged separately. But that's my PSA out of the way. Let's actually open this figure up. Hey, sorry, I feel like I just need to continue my PSA. By the way, this is funny. Just him being strapped down like he's Frankenstein's monster. Right here is where the panel would be, so you gotta check inside the flap. But see, it's a place where people can't just nab that, so good to know. I want you guys to know, I don't watch reviews of these figures, at least figures that I know I want to pick up, because I never want to be spoiled and I don't want to have my reviews potentially tainted. Here's what I wasn't expecting. This wasn't on Ron Bond to John's bingo card. This figure is insanely articulated. Like, for a Transformer, a deluxe Transformer, he is so mobile. And I'll say it, I wasn't expecting to get, like, Jedi posability out of Gears, of all characters, but here we are. It's 2024, and we have a Gears that is able to do any yoga pose you can think of. You can get him doing crisscross applesauce. He can deliver a high kick. I kid you not, you can have him literally stand on his head. Gears can even go full Jean-Claude Van Damme, staring at you directly in the eye as he's doing a full split. And you know what? I'm gonna say it. Gears shouldn't have that negative attitude. He's in better shape than literally any of his, like, Autobot buddies. Keep in mind, this is Gears we're talking about. He had one of the simplest G1 figures of all time. His design is just box. It's just box with wheels. He doesn't have to be this complicated, and yet they've put so much time and effort into making Gears a standout figure. Why Gears? I love it, don't get me wrong. Gears, you've earned this, buddy. You've gone too long without anyone caring about you. You've earned this. But it's just blowing my mind. And I've not even talked about all the points, right? I've just showed you like some of the crazy things you can do. Check this out. You have a ball joint at the head, you have a universal at the shoulder, and basically a butterfly due to transformation. You have a double jointed elbow as well as an upper arm cut. You have a wrist swivel. You have swivel at the waist. You have universal at the hips, upper leg cut, a double jointed knee, and you have full on tilt at the foot. That's Marvel Legends articulation. For Gears, it helps that his head sculpt is just perfect. Gears has always had one of the weirdest looking heads in all of Transformers. They've captured it very well. Alongside that, you flip it to the back, you can see they even have this crazy W shape. This actually goes back to where Gears originated from. Him, Brawn, a lot of the other mini-bots, they all originated from a line I think called the Mysterions, if I remember right. And that is why he has that weird shape on the back of his head. All I'm going to say is, I adore this figure. It is going to be a triple plus Smallfoot. I'm honestly more excited for Smallfoot than I am this Gears. And I'd kind of like to see a Swerve, because I like those color schemes more than Gears. But damn it, man. Like Huffer, Brawn, Beachcomber, how are the mini-bots getting to be some of the best Transformers ever out of nowhere? I wasn't planning on doing a group shot, but this Gears is so good, and I'm so in love with these mini-bots as of late that I did just want to pull them all down. I've not been able to find Beachcomber yet, so can't put him in, but yeah. Studio Series Brawn, Kingdom Huffer, Origins Bumblebee. I don't have him right now, but Earthrise Cliffjumper. He's in the other room, I just don't want to go grab him. And then this Gears, blowing my absolute mind. It makes me excited for Windcharger. I've never cared about Wind Charger. I don't care about him at all. But I want to see a Wind Charger done in this style. And then, of course, I want more of the Season 2 and 3 mini-bots. I would kill for a Power Glide. I would kill. I would actually wrap my hands around someone's throat and kill for a Power Glide. Half this good. But, alright, that's enough gushing. Why don't we actually talk about car mode? Oops, I lied. Before car mode, he came with one accessory, that being his gun. Gun goes into his hand, like this. It looks pretty cool. It's not really, like, discernibly anything. It looks kind of like Sunstreaker's gun, but it is accurate to Gears. Here's another fun feature. His chest panel pops up, which, you know, that was a gimmick shown on the back of the box. The reason for that is because in the episode Changing Gears, Megatron puts like a cassette tape right there, and it makes Gears go from overly grumpy to overly happy. It's a really bad episode, the G1 cartoon, but it was also Gears' spotlight episode, and basically the only episode he ever talked in, so there's that for my gearheads out there. That was one of the best transformations I've ever seen. Like, I'm not even trying to, like, play it up, right? That was incredible. Like, the transformation is just so intuitive, and yet there's so much flipping and little clever bits. And here's the most insane thing, right? It's basically the G1 transformation. Like, there's more little pieces, there's little changes, but all the pieces go where the G1 figure put the pieces, right down to his feet being right there. And yet, you get this unbelievably clean vehicle mode. Like, sure, you can see that's the back of his head. At the same time, I could kind of be tricked into not thinking that's the back of his head. His arms are pretty well hidden, his legs are just completely gone. I mean, once you get past the fact that those are definitely his feet, but I'm actually feeling like I'm about to lose it. That Gears was so good. Gears is the one that we've tried on. I don't know what's real anymore, man. Here, consider this a bonus review. So, here's G1 Swerve, okay? Same mold as Gears. But, look at him, right? Up and down at his arms. Not a great looking robot, but it works, right? You want to see how he transforms? That is literally the simplest transformation in all of G1. Like, the jump starters, top spin, and twin twist, they're the only ones simpler than him. And this thing, turns, and it inspires this. Oh my god, dude. Like, I don't film transformations. Because one, I don't think I'm good at it, and two, I always like people to experience these things for themselves. I don't want to spoil anyone. But, yeah, if I could recommend, like, just one modern Transformer that's on the shelves right now, this Gears has just been spectacular. I can't recommend this guy enough. If you love Transformers, if you love transformations, if you adore seeing the clever steps and the process it takes to get from one amazing looking mode to the next, this is one of the best Transformers out there right now.